Welcome to the Truth and Reason page. We are a Christian organization, and I believe a Christian has only one mission, and that is the Great Commission. We have been commissioned to make disciples out of all nations, and that is what we are here to do. To introduce you to theology, apologetics, and all the controversial questions of life and involving faith. Kindly subscribe to our pages and follow us on this wonderful journey. God bless you.
Hello, wonderful people, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the third of the last 7 words of Jesus. In this series, we've been looking at the last 7 recorded phrases of Jesus whilst on the cross, or his journey to the cross, I should say. We're going to take the third one from John chapter 19, verse 26 and 27, and I read, "When Jesus saw his mother there, and a disciple whom he loved standing nearby, he said to her, 'Woman, here is your son,' and to the disciple, 'Here is your mother.' From that time on, this disciple took her into his home." Now, this is such a touching story in the whole journey to the cross. You see, for every pain Jesus felt, Mary felt it also. She could see her son in so much pain and agony on the road to inevitable death. And probably her greatest pain would have been that she could do nothing to help him or to soothe his pain. And I'm not sure Mary was unaware of the fact that this was going to one day happen. If you read in earlier chapters, it says that on the day of his outbearing, Simon, the prophet of God, met Mary and said to her, "This child is going to make a sword pierce your soul." Now, for every lash that Jesus received, for every beating he received, there was a sword that went through the heart of Mary right into her soul, and she could feel every bit of the pain that Jesus felt. But she still stood there looking and probably hopeless. How can I help this my son? He's going to die and I can do nothing to help him. But unknown to her, Jesus was also thinking, what am I going to do with this woman? On the side of Jesus also, Jesus was looking and thinking, what am I going to do to help this woman? She's going to be alone probably for a while. And you see, and in such a society, the men were predominantly the breadwinners of the house. So probably Jesus was thinking, who is going to fend for this woman? Who is going to take care of her? So whilst Mary was thinking about her son's pain, Jesus, still bearing the weight of the whole world's sin on his back, was equally thinking about his mom. Now, what does this tell us? No matter how big your mission is, it can never be as big as Jesus's. But Jesus remembered family. So then, never forget your family. Never forget the close relationships you've had. Whatever you find yourself doing, keep family close at all times. Protect them. Jesus was concerned about his mom's well-being, her compassion, how she was going to feel. And you realize that immediately Jesus finds a solution. He says, "Woman, this is your son," referring to John, the beloved. And he says to John, "This is your mother from today." And he continues to say that from then on, John took Mary into his care and his house and took care of her. Jesus consciously made sure that his earthly mother was provided for, both in companionship and also in economic safety, that he made sure that there was someone who was going to take care of her. No matter how big your mission in life is, never neglect family. Jesus demonstrated that as big or as great as his mission on earth was, he always remembered that family was equally important. His relationships were equally important. Let's learn to keep and value relationships. Let's not throw them away in the name of, I'm on a mission, I'm doing something for God. Many great people have had very historically bad families because they neglected it and said, "Oh, I'm doing God's work, or I'm doing something great," and they ended up having broken homes and all these things. But Jesus made sure that even on the cross at his death, he found a solution to his mother's approaching woes and his mother's approaching loneliness. He found a solution to curb the loneliness and to curb the difficulty that were attached to his death. So I want to encourage us, no matter how great our callings are, or our responsibilities are, or our mission in life is, we must always remember never to neglect our responsibility to family and to any close relationships we have. It is very necessary. If Jesus did not neglect it in the name of dying on the cross, then we can also make sure to take care of our families and our relationships and fulfill our duties in our relationships as much as we can, no matter the situation we find ourselves in. Thank you, God bless you, and see you in the next video.